Women enjoy it when guys pay them attention for a reason. Being acknowledged and valued feels nice. She may begin to doubt her value when a man ignores her, since it may seem as though he is rejecting her. We'll discuss the psychology of ignoring a lady in this video, as well as what you need to know to do it successfully. Therefore, stay watching if you want to learn more about the art of ignoring ladies. Also, subscribe to our channel for more tips. What mentality underlies ignoring a woman? The psychology behind avoiding eye contact with a lady is that it arouses curiosity and suspense. You know, when a woman is ignored, you're effectively telling her that you don't care about her and that she isn't deserving of your attention. In spite of the fact that it may appear counterintuitive, neglecting a woman might actually work wonders for getting her attention. Why? Because when you purposefully ignore a woman, you're preying on her basic need to feel loved and valued. Every woman wants to be wanted, and by ignoring her, you're letting her know that she's irresistible to you. Her instinct to chase you can be sparked by this, and she might start to pursue you. And ladies enjoy a challenge just as much as you do. Of course, disobeying a lady carries some risks. A woman can lose interest in you and move on if you ignore her for an extended period of time. Therefore, if you want to make it work, you must understand the proper approach to ignore a woman. The way we disregard women in order to attract them has changed along with the dating culture. It used to be simple to ignore a woman. Simply said, you wouldn't text her back, ask her out, or talk to her. But because to technology, it's now more difficult than ever to ignore a lady. It's simple to stay in touch with someone you're ignoring thanks to text messaging, social networking, and dating apps. Therefore, you must be deliberate if you wish to ignore a woman well. Here are some pointers. Limit your use of social media. Using social media to connect with others can be quite beneficial. The ability to stay in touch with someone you're ignoring, though, can also be a big benefit. Limiting your social media use is the best course of action if you're ignoring a woman. This prohibits like her Facebook posts or double tapping her Instagram photographs. Additionally, don't reply if she contacts you on social media. Keep the ball in your court by finding strategies. Keep the initiative in your hands when it comes to ignoring a woman. This implies that you ought to be the one to make contact. You should be the one to initiate texts, make arrangements, and ask her out on dates. You are in control of the circumstance if you keep the ball in your court. Actually, a lot of women prefer a man in charge. It gives them a sense of security. Be a little bit enigmatic without fear. The psychology of ignoring a woman. How to, does it work, and more, according to ex-wife 1. Being a little bit mysterious is one of the best ways to neglect a woman. Thus, you are not required to always provide all of your personal information to her. In many cases, not doing so is preferable. You give her something to pursue by maintaining a hint of mystery. So watch this video from relationship expert Bobby Rio if you want to hook a woman on your charm. He will impart all of his knowledge on how to make people dependent on and fixated on you. You should only overlook attractive women. Ignoring ladies who don't matter to you very much is pointless. Therefore, only ignore women who pique your curiosity. You see, the whole point of ignoring a woman is to project an aura of mystery. There is no purpose in doing it if you are not interested in her. However, ignoring her can be a terrific technique to capture her attention, and might just work if you have feelings for her. Make sure your opportunity to ignore is intentional. A lady can be tough to ignore. It can backfire if done incorrectly. So if you're going to pass up the opportunity to ignore a woman, make sure it's on purpose. For instance, it may be advantageous for you to ignore her for a day or two following a successful encounter. She'll be curious as to why you're ignoring her and willing to speak with you once again as a result. But it can turn out differently if you ignore her for a week or more. Avoid coming out as overly distant or uninterested. A lady will write you off as a lost cause and go on if you treat her indifferently, to the point where she believes you have no interest in her at all. How come? Well, neglecting a woman implies that you are not interested in her. She will move on to someone else if she believes you are not interested. Therefore, take care to avoid coming out as uninterested or overly detached. Instead, concentrate on delivering conflicting messages that will be to your advantage. She might wind up paying attention to you after all. Can you make a girl chase you by ignoring her? The reality is that ignoring a female can be effective, but success is not always assured. There is no harm in trying it if you are interested in a girl and want to see whether she chases you by ignoring you. But keep in mind that the idea is to give people a chance to miss you by fostering a sense of mystery. Finding the ideal ratio between disinterest and interest is the key. The fact is, women are renowned for having strong intuitions. One of their most effective instruments is at their disposal. They take advantage of their ability to perceive when guys are interested in them. Unfortunately, it can be difficult for the average guy to disregard this feeling. So, can you ignore a female and make her chase after you? The answer is theoretically yes. However, in reality, it's far more difficult. Women are really game. They'll take advantage of their intelligence, feelings, and physical appeal. It can be difficult to ignore them because of this. Therefore, if you don't take care, they'll catch up to you and cause you to start sweating profusely. What does a female think when a guy ignores her? To be honest, there are a lot of different ways a guy might disregard you. He can be avoiding her out of fear of being rejected, which makes a lady feel flattered. If he ignores her calls and texts, she could likewise feel unimportant and disregarded. Even in the context of dating and relationships, it really just depends on the girl and the circumstances. When guys ignore girls, some of them take it personally. They overreact and believe that the guy is rejecting them because they are unworthy. However, some females might view it as a challenge. They'll decide to do anything to get the guy's attention more. They'll even try to ignore him back and punish him for it by making him take his meds. Perhaps no women at all give a damn. That's because women have enough self-assurance to realize they don't require affirmation from a male. They'll dismiss him as a lost cause and continue without him. In conclusion, there is no single explanation for how a girl feels when a guy ignores her. There is little doubt that ignoring a girl can have both positive and negative effects. The best course of action is to deliberately ignore the female you're neglecting, making sure she is genuinely deserving of your time and attention. You must complete it correctly. The psychology of ignoring a woman can be complex, but if you comprehend the fundamental causes of men's actions, you can take advantage of this strategy. This is crucial. Attraction is a psychological game. A woman might be your trump card in this mental game if you ignore her. You could project a desirable atmosphere around yourself by acting as though you don't care about the person you have feelings for. But you must do it properly. You'll lose the game before it even begins if you appear too detached or uninterested. However, if you can strike a balance between ignoring her and demonstrating curiosity, you might succeed in getting her attention. Last thoughts. In the dating scene, ignoring a lady can be a very effective tactic. You can utilize this knowledge to your advantage and entice the female you want to chase you if you comprehend the psychology involved. Of course, it's not a surefire strategy, and the possibility of rejection always exists. However, if you play your cards right, ignoring a lady can be a terrific strategy to get her attention. You will learn a few effective strategies from relationship expert Kate Spring that can turn you from being friend-zoned to in demand. Her suggestions include knowing the biochemistry of what appeals to women and using your body language skillfully to boost your confidence. Most relationship specialists choose to ignore this, and realizing this can help you into some wonderful and remarkable relationships. Tell us in the comments below about your thoughts. Also subscribe to our channel for more. See you in the next video. Stay tuned.